At first sight, I'm kind of stunned. I mean, we know this is the quality. What I'm disappointed of is, seriously?
It's RV inspection day, and today we are inspecting this beautiful Airstream. It's a classic 33 FB, and we are in Dover, Florida. Yes, it's going to be a hot one. Our customer actually just left Bermuda because he is the pilot, and he is going to let us know in 3 hours from now that he's landed, and he's going to want to hear just a little glimpse of what we found so far. We're going to also update you at lunchtime and the end of the day.
All right, first glimpse. At first sight, I'm kind of stunned. I mean, we know this is the quality. This is nice. It's supposed to be Airstream. And I understand the attraction in some particular way of people looking at this and liking what it looks like. Overall, what I'm disappointed of is, see what they do? This is the room they leave us. Seriously? And Pat, my customer, also specified, because we had this conversation, 30 amp or 50 amp. This is a 50 amp rig. Why do you hook me up with 30? It's been asked, it's been told, you want to inspect this? It's got to be well done. That's my view on it. What do you consider a thorough inspection? For example, you get what you paid for. But if you had a service call from a mobile tech that you had an issue at home, you'd pay about 150 bucks for the service call. Then you'd pay about 125 bucks an hour for the time that he's there. If you figure that he spent 4 or 5 hours with you, do the math. That's it. It's 4 or 5 hours. It's over. So if you pay 500-600 bucks and the guy spend the morning and he's done, that's the inspection you had. You got to remember, we're part of an association, but we're not cookie cutters. We got different way of approaching every unit and the way we inspect and the thoroughness we go through. This is personal. We're all independent businesses. You've got to understand this. So some inspectors are starting to be pissed at us because, well, we're a team, so now we're competing against a solo person. You know what? If you spend 3 days on the unit, how are we competing? That's your choice to want to do it alone, and that's fine. We're a couple. This is how we do it. Our thoroughness is different than other people. And that's where you need to check those videos where we talk about how to hire an inspector. What do you want for an inspector? On this site this morning, I kind of feel like it's disrespectful for me. That's how it is, but that's me. Here's where I'm gonna go with my ladder. Here, well, geez, Pierre, you're tall enough, you're 6 foot, so you can check everything. Yeah, I know, I'm gonna go on the roof, but I like to check stuff, I like to put my ladder. Why do you do this to me? What's the purpose? This is your purchase. This is your responsibility. I can rattle cages here. They're just gonna get pissed at me and they're gonna probably put me in an even worse spot the next time. So that's the dilemma of this. Will I be able to go through this? Yes, I will. I'll figure out a way. But it's always those things that they put in our way to try to, instead of helping us out. Okay, let's put it this way. If your product is that good and you're assertive enough to claim that it's perfect and you don't need to do nothing, why are you embarrassed of leaving us room to work, which you know what we do? There's another inspector here, and that's what we do. Food for thoughts. But am I gonna win? Probably never, but that's why we work for you. At a first glimpse, I don't see nothing much so far. Let's go watch the inside when Lowell walked in. And that was PDI, by the way, because they told us they PDI first, they let the inspector go through, then for liability reason, they're gonna re-PDI. Let's go check the PDI in this.
So this is my first glimpse. When I walk in, I'm not going to be able to inspect the front of the fridge, but look at the bedrooms. Everything is just kind of piled up in there. So I'll have a lot of moving around to do today to be able to inspect this rig. I have gone through quickly just kind of looking at things. I did find one drawer that is not retracting, and you're going to see that later. So that's my first glimpse. So come on in here. Let's check out this bathroom. Check out all the mirrors and the lighting. It's quite large for this unit. I think it's absolutely beautiful. Probably another reason why our customers chose this particular model. It's open and it's spacious. Now, can you understand why a pilot would love this? It is like flying a plane, only he's going to be driving it and enjoying the inside. He is going to feel right at home. So stick around. I'm going to update you at lunchtime.
So lunchtime recap. So first thing we find, so you might see this dangling hose here. So I don't know if you can see this, but see, this is not anchored. So that's for the aid system that provides heat and cold in there. That's one thing that's gonna have to be addressed. We're already looking at that. Then I called him pilot because I told him, listen, how do you feel when you have a rivet missing on one of your wings? You said, that's why they put 2 wings. All right, we're good about the rivets. Other than that, it's pretty solid. I had a good run on the roof. Everything is impeccable. I'm stunned. And listen, this is a build that just happened. This is actually the first 2024 Classic 33 FB of the year. I know everybody could have found that. You guys are so smart, I get it. The point is, you're gonna pick it up. When you're gonna pick it up, it's ready. You saw this earlier. This is PDI'd. This is ready. I want you to process this. This is ready. The box is not unboxed. Nothing's been taken out. My propane covered tank is outside. It's not even uncovered. So now I'm the one taking the chance of opening the box and the wrapping and hurting the unit. If something happens, you know what's gonna happen. You're gonna blame it on us. So that's why we have a lot of pictures. It's like this camper that's right beside me. And these guys have been testing that door over and over and over. And what do you think happens? Well, they're gonna touch that rig. So I took a picture of that just to make sure we don't get blamed for stuff like that. These are the kind of things that we gotta know or surround it. We gotta be aware constantly. But I don't know if you saw also, but I got a leaking shower head. Why do I have pressure coming out of there? Well, because it's leaking. That's another thing they're gonna have to fix and cover. We will see you at the end of the day.
So it's lunchtime. And you were gonna leave when? I know that's Pierre's line, but I stole it today. The water pump, it continually comes on like every 20, 30 seconds. I'm not even using water. You know, I'm not sure about you. I've been using microwaves for years. Pretty simple, isn't it? I'm getting out this manual and I'm reading it because this is supposed to be the Contour Cooking Convection Deluxe Microwave. Simple to use. I can't figure out how to use this thing, but I will by the end of the day. So I'll probably have to take a little nap and sit in the recliner and read my brochure. But I'm gonna figure out this microwave. Oh, there's just a few things that I have found so far today. But one that I'm gonna mention is when these doors shut, there's a magnet here and they're supposed to touch one another. And when it shuts, they do not touch. They do not hold at all whatsoever. The other thing, there is this drawer right here. Now when it shuts, it has a good, I can stick my fingers in there. It does not shut. It doesn't stay latched. So far, that's all I found. Now I haven't done my water, so we'll see this afternoon what I find. So in the meantime, we will see you at the end of the day. If you like our videos, please hit subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Make sure to ring that notification bell so that you'll be notified when the next video comes out, and leave us a comment. If you don't know what to comment, just put C4BO, comment for Blue Ox.
End of the day recap. So these 2 valves, this says waste, which is typically poop, and this says gray, which is typically their gray water. Most likely, from what I've seen, those are swapped. If it is true, we only have water in the gray, huh? So it should come out of this one. That's gray, okay? That is
Get your fingers right in front of my video.
gray, okay? This is waste. So you think that's black, wouldn't you? That's the kitchen. That's the bathroom sink. So everything is backwards. So that's not good. All right, so I had to bring this up and to remind you, we're not cookie cutters. Every inspector is independent. Those are called independent businesses. We're all certified, but we don't follow a protocol. We don't have a cookie sheet that we're all cutting out of the same pattern. Even some people don't even have the same software that we use, a lot of us. So there's a lot of discrepancy on the potential of what an inspector do. So that's your job. Look at some videos we did. It's your job to figure out who's the inspector for me. If you don't want to pay much, you can find yourself somebody who's in your budget, and that makes you feel good, and that's okay. We're different. We got a different approach, and like some people like to say, read that not too long ago, that I'm taking way too much time. I should learn to type quicker because it doesn't take a day to do an inspection. So that's an inspector commenting. It doesn't take a day. You said that in public. This morning we had an inspector competitor here that we see once in a while. He was here at the same time as us this morning, and by 8:45 we were here. 12:37 he's gone. It's over, I'm done. He came to say hi and bye. That's our approach. Whatever makes you feel comfortable, you do whatever you want. It's your money. It's your unit. You like that person. You got a connection with them. You want to make sure that you paid what you felt like. If for you that's what's important, go ahead and do it. We're just trying to show you what we do, how we do it, and the way we do it. And that for us makes sense. It's important. If I was going to hire somebody, I would like to hire myself because this is how I am. Now it's up to you to figure out even the little things we found in here and all the things through the day. Airstream is still top notch. We'll give them that. You're paying for a quality, but it is there. So it's not like it's not there. So now let's just go see what Laurel found inside.
So it's the end of the day, and we're excited to be done with today, although it was a blast. We really had a good time. I'm going to show you one small little thing, and it may mean nothing to you, but it will to them. So there's a pull to be able to open the screen, and as you can see, it's not attached to anything. It's broken. Something small, but still, they're paying a lot of money for this. They want it to work. The next thing I'll tell you, I did my water. I had 0. No leaks at all whatsoever, but the shower seal on the outside, it is flopping in the wind, needs to be reattached. I'm sure that, again, not a big deal to some, but this is something that he wants to know, making sure that everything is working properly. And my other minor little thing I'm going to show you right here. Let's pull this shade down right here. And when I pull this down, I think you can see the light that's coming through right there. It's a little prick hole. But get over yourself. It's just an RV. I mean, what do you want? Perfection? Yes. When you're spending money, whether it's $20,000, $250,000, or $650,000, it's your money and you want things to be right. So make sure to put this in your CRL list. You deserve to have a new shade, don't you? Wouldn't you want a new shade? So remember, and do never forget,
it's not all about the destination. It's all about the journey.
Yes, it's going to be a it's going to be a hot one.
And liking what it looks like. Sorry, little things that I find, but
It's not
Okay.
but that's me. You know me, I always complain about everything, so.
I don't know what I say, but I'll just do it here.
This morning, he was flying out of Bermuda. He's the pilot. He wasn't on a vacation. So that's the funny part every time we communicate with him, but.
You want me to start the whole thing?
No. Just put it so you'll be able to put it in the section.
Okay,
somewhere.
I don't know what I said.